This is the one-day reading for the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY for the day of March 4th, 2024. It's currently January 18th, 2024, 2:02 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is $474.20 USD, and the shuffle video that we're about to play was created on January 8th, 2024 at 6:42 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video here in the corner. The overall theme and behavior, we have a nullified Prince of Disc. So Prince of Disc is usually sideways rotation that increases in in a certain direction as far as trend as we move forward in time. But let me take a look and see. Looks like it's a rally that turns into a decline, but it's like sideways rotation that doesn't last. And then behavior around the highest high, we have a rally that's halted by a decline through key support on a one-day chart. Behavior around the low, or key support on a multi-day chart, and then behavior around the low. We declined through key support on a one-day chart to revisit a support level that we recently met, like on a multi-day scale. That was an important support level. I'm advised to trade around a notable reversal on a multi-day scale that takes place here on the 4th. And then also this card over here, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this card on the one-day readings no longer represents volume. It now represents the VIX. So it looks like it's back and forth. The VIX is back and forth throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, there's this big move to the upside. And it looks like that probably reads pretty well with what I'm seeing. Before we go any further, though, I want to make sure everybody's aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube Tips. And that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. So in the pre-market, we have this erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. It'll be an important price level on a multi-day scale. We'll go back and forth through it in the pre-market, revisiting a crest most likely. That was a past opportunity, recently past opportunity. Sometimes there's a trough that's revisited as well, but usually there's a crest in there that's revisited. And then right around the opening, we have this sideways fluctuating rally that's a cross-reading congruency. It precedes a notable decline. So in the first half hour or so, we have this move higher through key resistance. We stay above it briefly. We break back down with a full retracement of that move back down through the same price level, and then there's a notable move out of like a maybe oversold territory between 10 and 11, possibly oversold territory, or just out of like a trough of some kind. Big move to the upside between 10 and 11 turns into a breakout between 11 and 12, which then becomes a high right around 12:15ish. And I would probably open up like a partial short there around 10:15 if we're at a high, like an overbought crest. We should decline through multiple supports on a one-day chart into a low. We'll go from a high into a low very quickly there. A low between probably a low thus far, I should say, between 1 and 2. But out of that low, there's just another move to the upside that stands out on a one-day chart, offering opportunity to close a long or open up a short. I would add to the short in that case. We're probably revisiting the highest highs of the month and very likely of the year right here, or either today or yesterday. And then there's this trade opportunity between, like in the midst of that move to the upside, trade opportunity to open up a short position. We have this U-shaped dip, so we go from a peak somewhere between 1 and 2 into a U-shaped dip, and then another big move to the upside around 3 o'clock, possibly even pushing the upper end of a range higher, coming back to like highs. It's possible, but what's more possible is that we end up at lows right around the close. And that unicursal there, something to be very, very like wary of, because that usually indicates like a notable decline on a multi-day scale, or on a one-day chart, a notable decline on a one-day chart at least. Out of the low, there's also like a breakout out of the low right around the close, and we're bound by a range in the post-market. You could probably close out of your short there, out of your short position for a day trade at the close, or a little bit before the close, or here on the 5th is like, or in the morning, or here between like 12 and 3 o'clock. Those would be the locations that I would look to close if you don't get an opportunity here, or you can't do a day trade here at the end of the day. But there's this crest around the end of the day that we sell off from down 2 and through support. We do a U-shaped reversal below support, come back and reuse that support as support. Sneak preview for the following day. It's kind of a mixed day back and forth through the same price level 3 times, usually confirming a bullish trend on the 3rd cross, which is usually to the upside. My friends, that's SPY for March 4th, 2024. Please hit that like button if you like this info. Don't forget to subscribe, and most importantly, make sure to follow that rule of karma, my friends. We're counting on you here at Tarot for Traders. And guys, if you want to get this information sooner, check out early access on our website. You get that here. If you want to get early access to all this information, it comes out roughly like a month ahead of where it comes out on the public YouTube, allowing for extra planning ability. It's really the only kind of analysis that you can do planning ahead with. But with that said, you can do that so here at our services, SO Meta Posts, early access to a post, click here to subscribe. Guys, we're running roughly a 98% average accuracy day after day after day, predicting the chart behavior by the hour with highs and lows throughout the day. We've been doing it for years. Just scroll back. 98% average accuracy. $29 a month, $249 for the year, gets you access to all of our public posts on YouTube way ahead of when they come out on YouTube, allowing you to plan ahead. So thank you to everybody that goes ahead and does that. Great way to support the channel. Much appreciation, and blessings to all my supporters. Let's get back into it.